Hi, I'm Scotty Wise from Scotty's Brewhouse, and today I'm going to take the IBJ in to take a sneak peek at the little details that I look at in my restaurant to make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And it's a little surprise visit. They don't know we're coming, so let's take a look. First impressions are everything. So the first thing I'm going to notice when I walk into the restaurant is the entryway, which you can already tell the mats aren't out, so they're already in trouble. And then the next thing I'm going to look at once we make it past the entryway is my hostess staff to make sure that I'm greeted with a smile and eye contact. And I'm accustomed to doing this a lot when I see things on the floor, especially straw paper is the newest pet peeve of mine. We rip straw paper off the tops of the straws, and I find them everywhere on the floor, and it drives me insane. I always look at the flowers to make sure that they're fresh. I make sure that I'm as anal to make sure that place settings are in the right location. Salt and pepper are both predetermined on which side they're supposed to be on. The saying we use is white on the right. So typically the salt, and I guess it also depends on which location you stand, but you'll see that on every table the salt is in the same location, the menu's in the same location, the towels are supposed to be wrapped up tightly. So little things that I try to observe that probably the normal person wouldn't see, and typically for some reason none of my managers often see it. But we ask that all our servers keep their shirts tucked in. Their hair has to be pulled back into a ponytail if it's shoulder length or longer. We ask them to wear belts. So those are the things that when I'm in here and I'm eating, typically I keep a notepad beside me because it's the best time for me to observe things. So I kind of keep an ey on those things. Here's our GM, John, walking by. And
how you doing?
Just giving we're doing a critique, so hopefully everything's clean.
Cool, it's very clean. We're happy to see you.
Here's an example of something that drives me crazy right here. Just a little piece of trash.
That's just a little wrapper.
I said you got to show them the Dyson hand dryers.
I know. I had it back. Thanks. We got the all clear. There's no one in here.
How's this look?
Looks great. Looks really good. To me, I feel like I crack the whip on details, but I think the details, the devil is in the details. I think that's what makes us better than the rest. And my observation right now is that they don't have the music on in this room. I don't know if you can tell, but so that's one thing I have to say to somebody to turn on the music. First thing I observe when I walk into the kitchen is make sure that all my employees have hats on. By code, they need to have that. I also look to make sure they're wearing their gloves, which you can see, thankfully, with a camera here, that they do have their gloves and they're preparing food and meat and handling things with gloves on. Other little things that I'll check are making sure the doors are locked. For example, this is our liquor closet. So the door is supposed to be locked, so now I'm going to give it its test. And it is. I don't usually check much in the keg cooler. Sometimes I'll pop my head in just to see, thanks John, to look at an inventory. I also can say that they've got a light out. John, you got a light out in here?
Yeah, listen, it's working.
Okay. There's two straw papers that I told you about that drives me crazy. What's up, buddy? A table that you're seeing right now that this hostess is trying to seat is a table of two at a table that seats 6 people, and she's making the right decision and taking them away from that table. I think that the customer actually didn't want to sit there, but in a business that we're in, you got to maximize our seating and our timing. So for us, if I can seat a party of 2 at a 4-top or a 2-top, it helps my revenue by leaving this 6-top available for a bigger group that comes in, which should come in a little bit. So the problem is you have to worry and rely on your hosts that typically they don't understand all the ebbs and flows of the profitability. So you try to teach it and we try to train it, but I don't want to say it about my staff, but I'm a big believer in you try to make something idiot-proof, and I believe they just somehow build a better idiot.
No way.